All right, we are back on Tavern Takes after like a month-long hiatus or so. Cole, first things first, congratulations on winning the Super Bowl. We're not here to really talk about that though, so I apologize um, to
I
not
forgot
let
it
you
happened.
brag, basically. But congratulations on winning a Super Bowl, and yeah, you didn't really get your airtime for us on the pod here, but
I mean,
we're moving.
I was live during the whole thing. I got plenty of airtime to talk about it. I'm not upset.
But nonetheless, we are back on the pod and brackets are back. So NCAA tournament is officially kicking off on Tuesday with the first four. And do you just want to dive right into it with the
Let's
first
do it.
four?
Do it.
All right. First four in, first four games. We got the UMBC Retrievers against Howard. What do you guys think? Any thoughts? Who
I'll
you think's
start.
gonna win?
I'm picking UMBC because they're UMBC, and their Twitter is on a full-fledged troll right now. I don't know if you guys have seen that.
I've seen a few tweets yet. I'm taking UMBC because they won that one game that one time against Virginia.
That was my exact reasoning for taking UMBC.
That's my exact reason as well.
You took the words right out of my mouth. So yeah. Also too, for the record, I am going to keep track of our first round picks. And as we go through, obviously I'll keep going, keep track as we go. So make the podcast a little interesting to see where we're at when April 6th comes along here. But next one, Texas against NC State.
I'm gonna go NC State here because I'm a big Will Wade guy. Admittedly, I don't know a ton about the bubble this year, so I don't really know much about these teams. But I like Will Wade, so NC State.
Both of them are dragging into the tournament. NC State's lost like 7 of the last 8 or something like that. I don't know if it's that, but they're crawling in. I'll go NC State as well.
I'll be the differentiator then. I'll go Texas. Like Sawyer kind of said, the bubble teams haven't really cared, but I know the bubble line was really weird this year too. So
well, they all just kept fucking losing. That was the problem. They all just kept losing. No one wanted it.
But I'll be the podcast contrarian here, and I'll go Texas just for shits and giggles. Let's move on to Prairie View A&M and Lehigh.
I watch college basketball. I got no idea about either of these teams. Lehigh beat Duke that one time, so I'll take Lehigh.
Again, you took the words right out of my mouth. That's exactly what I was going to do as well. So Lehigh.
Lehigh does have Nasir Whitlock, 21 a game, stud. Lehigh also had CJ McCollum once upon a time, so I'm going Lehigh.
Yep, that's a team that beat Duke.
True. That is true. Last but not least, for the first four in, SMU versus Miami of Ohio, and I'll start with this one. I'm going to go Miami of Ohio here because I don't think they should have been a bubble team. I think they got disrespected on the bubble line. I think they should have just been in the tournament.
I'll take the Darlings as well, Miami, Ohio.
I'm going to go SMU here because if you have watched Miami of Ohio at all, you know that they suck. They beat a bunch of bad
teams. They did beat a bunch of bad back teams.
And SMU's best player's name is Boopy. It's like Boopy Williams or Boopy Miller.
I love what parents are naming their kids these days. Makes it way more entertaining.
Go Boopy. I'm a Boopy guy.
Go Boopy.
Go Boopy. I did not know that. That's awesome. Okay. So let's jump over to the East here. So as you can see, the bracket is up on the screen for everybody. And per Sawyer's request, we do have the locations on here as well. But starting in the East, starting at that 116 Duke Siena game, I don't know if any one of us is going Siena unless anybody feels that. But this is almost a home game for Duke too. So
it's Duke. The only thing I'll say is shout out Syracuse legend Jerry McNamara, who may be taking the Syracuse job soon as he gets his butt whipped by Duke in this game.
See the coach?
He's the head coach of Siena. Yes, he is.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna go.
That's all I got.
I'm gonna go Duke as well, but that's neat.
Yeah, that's
all I got.
interesting. That game is being played in Greenville, South Carolina. So, like I said, a little bit of a home game. Staying in the Carolinas for the Duke Blue Devils. Let's go to another game in Greenville. Ohio State TCU.
Josh, you want us to go or are you going to go?
Oh, sure, I'll go, and I don't know much about TCU this year,
They
honestly.
beat us.
I know they did, but
Didn't everybody in the non-con though?
I wanna ride with the Big Ten, so I'm just gonna stick with Ohio State just because I ride with my conference unless it's against us. So let's go Ohio State Buckeyes here.
Buckeyes are playing good ball right now. They took Michigan, gave Michigan everything they wanted before Wisconsin did on Saturday. So I'll go Buckeyes.
I see, like, I know Ohio State's been playing better lately, but just the few times that I have watched them this year, they've been so bad. I just can't get the look out of my eyes. So I'm gonna go TCU.
Fair enough.
Sawyer, one of your three teams in your conference, St. John's against UNI in San Diego. I'll let you kick that one off, Mr. Big East.
All right. Well, I'm actually going to go Northern Iowa here. I don't think they'll win, but they have Hornseth, who's a De Pere guy. They have Leon Bond, who's a Milwaukee guy. And they got Xavier Zenz coming in, who's a Wisco Lutheran guy. So they just recruit Wisconsin. And a way to get to my heart is to recruit guys from Wisconsin. So I'm going to take Northern Iowa. This pick is purely based on heart. I think St. John's probably physically overwhelms them, but I'm rooting for them.
Speaking of teams that are playing great basketball right now, Johnny's. I got the Johnnies. Bryce Hopkins has got that look in his eye, like he finally fits in. So
that look in his eye. He's never won a tournament game in his life. I just like to update you there.
As well as St. John's, but sorry, that's interesting. I did not know that there's a lot of Wisconsin guys over there. So that's
Northern Iowa. They recruit Wisconsin well.
Did not know that.
Iowa State, Northern Iowa, those Iowa people.
All right, another game in San Diego, Kansas and Cal Baptist. I want to start with this one just because they obviously started with the East when they released the brackets, and this was the first one that I looked at this and been like, I could see a Cal Baptist Cinderella story here. So I'm gonna go Cal Baptist. They're probably not gonna win, but I'm going for the
interesting.
I'm going for the Cinderella story. They're my Cinderella team, early Cinderella team.
Okay.
Kansas hasn't been playing great, but Darren Peterson or no Darren Peterson, if he somehow comes down with cramps or gets rejected on Bumble or Tinder or something, for some reason he doesn't play, they're still beating Cal Baptist. So Kansas.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Kansas as well here, but once upon a time when I was sports gambling a lot, Cal Baptist was a go-to of mine. So I do have some love for the fine people at Cal Baptist, but Kansas wins.
All right, we are going to go to Buffalo and start with Louisville and South Florida. Sawyer, I'll throw this one at you first.
I'm gonna go South Florida here. I like South Florida, and I think the ACC sucks. So I'm going South Florida.
This game kind of screams the first. You see those games, and you're like, oh, this screams like a first game of the day type thing because we want to kick it off with a bang or kick it off with a good game. I think this is gonna be a really fun game. I'm going South Florida.
I think this is going to be a podcast sweep because I also think the ACC sucks, and South Florida actually looked pretty good today too. Or yesterday, I mean, sorry.
AAC blows. Keep that in mind. But yes.
So yes, this is going to be a podcast sweep, and I'm going to go South Florida as well. The Fighting Tom Izzos, Michigan State against North Dakota State. Cole, I'll start with you, Mr. Big Ten.
Yeah, they're not losing this one. Sparty.
Yeah, let's see. North Dakota State is a team I like that I think probably could pull off an upset if they had a different matchup, but I think Michigan State's just too big and strong to lose this game. So I'm going Michigan State.
I always believe in Tom Izzo in March in the majority, so he's moving on into the round of 32. So Michigan State as well. Now,
Josh, before you
yeah.
get to this next one,
Yep.
the people should know there's some caveats on this one. Sounds like Donovan Dent's going to be good to go for UCLA. He missed the last like 40 or 30 minutes of the Purdue game, and Tyler Bilodeau is also one of their best players. Don't know his situation, but go ahead. Just wanted to get that out there.
So the little caveat then that, like Cole said, UCLA, UCF in Philly. Sawyer, I'll start with you since Cole threw that caveat in first.
I'm gonna go UCF here. I don't feel great about it. I think this is a pretty evenly matched game, but I like Riley Kugel. I think he can be the best guard on the floor. So for that reason, I'm gonna go UCF. And also, I would like to see Mick Cronin freak out again. So
Mick Cronin freakouts are just like his press conferences are almost more must watch than his team playing the game.
yeah, he's electric.
He is. Josh, I'll go UCLA.
I'm going UCLA as well. Just bear with me here.
You're good, buddy.
Keeping track. All right. The other Philly game, UConn and Furman. And Riker, what's up?
Riker, what's up, little dude?
All right, Riker first. Riker, buddy. UConn or Furman? Are we cheering for the Big East, buddy?
Riker likes the Huskies. He's a Big East guy.
Yeah,
I figured this much. You wouldn't train him any differently. So
No, he loves Dan Hurley. He loves passionate coaches, so he's a big Dan Hurley guy.
Dan, dude, could you imagine a Dan Hurley versus why am I forgetting Mick Cronin second round game? Just two dudes just absolutely losing their mind. Yeah, I got UConn.
Two bald guys yelling.
Yeah, just screaming. Those poor refs never stood a chance.
Yeah, I would not want to get that assignment if that game ends up happening.
yeah. I as well am going UConn, but let us not forget, not long back, Furman did beat Virginia in the NCAA tournament. So
Yeah, that wild game.
you never know. But I'm going UConn as well. And UConn. Okay. That will wrap up the East, actually. So, guys, went through the East. Does anything stand out to you in the East?
I think it's Duke's to lose.
Yeah, I think Duke's got a pretty good stranglehold on this. Obviously, UConn's a good team, but I think they've kind of showed their flaws.
Yeah, they haven't been playing well recently. Damn.
You know, Marquette provided an excellent blueprint game for the other teams that will face them in this tournament. But
The only thing I'll say about Duke is, and I'm not going to pretend to pronounce his name, their starting center, it sounds like he'll be back in Ngabwe or something like that.
yeah,
Caleb Foster probably isn't playing.
Caleb
But
Foster's
they're
not very good.
yeah, he's good defensively, but he doesn't really. Duke's so good defensively. Yeah, I think this is Duke's region to lose. I would be very surprised if Duke is not coming out of here.
Final Four. Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed. All right. Let's move on to the South. Let's go to Tampa. Again, kind of a home game to start for this number one seed here, but Florida is going to play the winner of Lehigh and Prairie View A&M. We all picked Lehigh, so let's just assume Lehigh here. So
Yeah, it don't matter.
I know it doesn't matter. Sawyer, unless you're picking Lehigh.
Nope, Florida. I got much to say on that.
Yeah, agreed. Florida.
This
All right.
next one's pretty fun. I think this next one's going to be a really fun game.
Yeah, this Clemson Iowa game is going to be fun. I'm gonna.
Well, I don't know
I'm gonna
what you're
still
saying about because Iowa hasn't been that good.
agreed that Iowa hasn't been that good, but again, the ACC sucks and the Big Ten's just better. I'm gonna go Iowa purely because of conference.
I'm going Clemson.
I'm gonna take Iowa. I like Bennett Sturts or whatever his name is.
Sturts is a G.
Just make shots.
Going to be a first round pick in the league this year.
Yeah, he's good.
Heading over to OKC, Vanderbilt McNeese. Does McNeese have that one
Yeah,
dude?
Khan's back or
Is
whatever
he
his
back?
name is. Yeah, because his credits didn't transfer to NC State. Apparently, he's
didn't go
dumb as
to NC
hell.
State?
No, he tried to, but he couldn't do it because his credits didn't transfer, and he's not smart enough. So he's back at McNeese State. They had a thing with him in the tournament. I'm still taking Vanderbilt. They look pretty good in the SEC tournament.
They look pretty good today. I'm also gonna go Vandy.
I really like Vandy. I don't want to allude to any of my future picks, but I'm really high on Vandy.
Which, real quickly, shout out to the University of Vanderbilt, who was like, other than baseball, like a dumpster fire pretty much in everything else. Now they're a 5 seed in college basketball and won 10 games in the SEC this year.
Yeah.
Like, that's just,
Yeah,
that's
they're
kind of
playing
cool.
good basketball.
It's kind of cool.
It shows that if you make a financial investment, you can get really good really fast.
Yep.
Agreed. The other OKC slate, Nebraska versus Troy.
I'm kind of surprised Nebraska got a 4.
Thought they
I
should.
did want to say that. I don't know. The talk all week going into the tournament from like the Eye on College Basketball podcast and all the other main ones I listened to was like 3 was kind of their worst. I mean, they got smoked by Purdue, but whatever. I don't know. I was a little surprised to see him on the 4 line. Either way, I got him here.
I know one Nebraska fan, and he told me just to pick against them no matter what because they'll never win.
They've never won a tournament game.
It
Yep.
just never happened. So I guess to stay true to him, I got to go with Troy here.
Sawyer, I'm also going to ride with you on the same fact that Nebraska has never won a
Oh,
tournament game.
just never gonna happen.
Hoiberg might get fired if they don't win this one.
No,
I'm just saying.
They usually don't even make it. At least they're making it 2 years in a row.
This was also one of those games when the bracket came out too. I'm like, I like Troy. Like, this is just one of those upsets that I just immediately thought, yes, this is an upset. Let's see, where are we at here?
North Carolina.
North Carolina, VCU in Greenville, South Carolina. You know, both the Carolina teams are just playing in South Carolina.
VCU's in that same area too, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Virginia, not that far. North Carolina is going to be without their best player, Caleb Wilson. They were without him in the ACC tournament. They've actually been without him for the last like month and a half. Caleb Wilson's probably going to be a top 10 draft pick as well. I'm going to go VCU.
Is VCU just on the bubble every single year? Feels like
Yeah. Did you hear that during the review, Sawyer? That if they would have lost a date and they wouldn't have been in.
Yeah, they wouldn't have
I
been
did
in.
hear that, yeah. But yeah. Anyways, I will go with North Carolina here. One, because VCU doesn't seem to win many of these games, at least not since a one Shaka Smart left, and 2, they have Seth Trimble.
Yep.
Shout out Seth.
Milwaukee guy.
Yep. I was going to ride with the Wisconsin guy as well and go UNC. And we watched them play basketball, us 3.
Yeah, we watched them in Fond du Lac.
Yeah, that was fun. All right, let's go Illinois versus the Ivy League winner Penn. Always watch out for the Ivy League. I'm still going to go
Shout out
Illinois.
TJ Foster.
Not
Dude had 44 today.
Not this time. I'm not worried about Penn even a little bit. I think this one's a blowout. Illinois wins.
Agreed.
Illinois wins big.
This one, I don't think any of us really had to think twice about. So
nope.
All right. Heading back to OKC, St. Mary's, and Texas A&M. Sawyer, start with you here.
Ugh.
I think the WCC was pretty solid this year. I don't think the SEC was great, and I think kind of these bubble SEC teams, I don't really like any of them, Texas A&M included in that. I'm gonna go St. Mary's here. I think they win this one, maybe not blowout, but somewhat comfortably.
I'm going A&M.
I as well was going to go A&M. And last but not least, in the South, we're going to go Houston versus Idaho. I don't know if any of us have discrepancies against Houston here.
We talked about this last year. Houston versus inferior teams, even though their defense isn't as good as it has been, they just shit kick them. So Houston easily.
Yeah, they don't lose these types of games. And,
No, they don't.
And Kelvin Sampson's my guy. I'm
Kelvin
Houston all the way.
One of the easiest coaches to root for in the country.
Yeah, it's hard not to like him.
To wrap up the South, anything that sticks out here in the South?
I think it's Houston's to lose, to be honest
I like
with you.
Houston as well. I'm a big Houston guy. Like I just said, Kelvin Sampson. And my kind of strategy for brackets has just become I'm going to pick Houston to win it every year until they win it because it's only a matter of time, right?
They deserve to, dude. They just deserve it.
They're
Like,
just
honestly,
always one of the best, like 5 or 6 teams. Should have won it last year, but what are you going to do?
We're going to wait for Cole to get inside.
no, you can go ahead. I'll leave myself. You guys keep going.
Guy just steps out into the freaking hurricane.
We go to Cole for a weather report in Columbus, Wisconsin.
It's snowing outside. Thanks, Cole.
It go rain.
All right. Let's go over to the West. Flipping to the other side of the bracket here. Starting off in San Diego, Arizona versus Long Island University. And here again, I don't think any of us need to argue about this.
Nope, Arizona's going to dominate them.
Definitely Long Island University. No, just kidding.
LIU. Cole is shaking his head in approval of Arizona.
All right. Is this guy going inside or what is he just standing?
He's going for a walk right now. He's going to do the rest of the pod in sign language. Sorry for the listeners. Cole is going.
No, I'm right here. I'm right here. I got 3 kids at my house. I had to take a whiz. I can't go in.
I think this next one's kind of fun. Villanova, Utah State. I'm going to go with the Utah State here.
I think both these teams suck, if I'm being honest. I'm going to take Villanova just for Big East pride, but Villanova did a good job beating bad teams this year. They beat Wisconsin, but outside of that, don't really have any awesome wins. But I also think Utah State goes to the tournament every year and loses, so it's just kind of which bad teams want to lose to Arizona, and I'm going to go with Villanova.
Let me say this about Utah State. How many different coaches have they had in like
a lot?
The last like 5 years. It's a different coach every freaking year. No matter what happens, they win like 25 games. What's going on up there?
I don't know.
Like, what's going on out there?
I don't know how.
But yeah, I'll go Nova.
All right. What we have been waiting for this podcast, Sick. For the listeners, Sawyer's name tag here is HBU Panther Pride.
HPU P.
Yep, that's what I said.
Oh,
HPU.
I thought I heard B. Sorry, my bad.
HPU Panther Pride. Wisconsin versus High Point. Sawyer, let's start with you.
Well, but when I made this as my tag, I didn't even know that High Point was playing Wisconsin. I just really like this High Point team. I think Terry Anderson can really score the ball. Rob Martin, another guy getting about 15 a game. Cameron Fletcher can shoot the hell out of it. Cameron Fletcher and Rob Martin, both from St. Louis, fun fact. Then they got 2 guys from Spain, Owen Aquino and Conrad Martinez. Both shoot it above 40% from the 3-point line. I just think they're loaded How do you pick against this team? Give me the High Point Panthers.
In the least surprising thing ever.
In the least surprising thing ever.
Who are they playing again?
Wisconsin.
Oh yeah,
Only the best backcourt duo in the country.
Yeah, it's hard to argue these days. It's really hard to argue these days.
March is about guard play. The tournament's about guard play. I know High Point scores a lot, but we just have, like I said, we just have the best 2 guards in the country. So on Wisconsin.
But guard doesn't play in the tournament.
High Point scores a lot, but and here's a phrase 5 years ago, never thought I would have uttered. But so does Wisconsin. Like they just and 90 points. I don't even know how many times this year. It's a tough match. It's a tough draw. It's not the greatest draw in the world for us, but you got to win games. Like you're gonna have to go through a lot of good teams. They did in the Big Ten. I do think it's gonna be very close. I do think at the under 4, we're sitting here and it's like
sweating.
Like 85-81 Wisconsin, and High Point is well within striking distance. I think a couple free throws from either Carrington or Blackwell or Boyd down the stretch. I say Wisconsin ekes it out. I'd be curious, are the spreads out on any of these yet?
Yeah, I can tell you in 1 second.
Oh, I was just about to look. Okay, thanks, sir.
Because if the spread is anything above like 6 or 7,
it's
I
11
would definitely
and a half.
Oh yeah, I definitely take High Point. 100% would take High Point plus the money in this game. I do think Wisconsin wins it. I'm almost more nervous about this game than I would be the next one because
a wild take, but
this the whole region, like we talked about before we went live, is defense optional. So
yeah, it is.
You're gonna live and die by what you do. I've said it all year in our chat. Wisconsin can lose the first game by 15, or they can make a Final Four. So nothing will surprise me in this game.
Just a little nugget for the people. I like Chase Johnston to hit a couple big shots in this one.
That is a High Point person for those of you who do not know, because he certainly doesn't play for Wisconsin. I didn't know he was either, but he doesn't play for Wisconsin. So obviously it's a High Point.
Can I ask real quick? Did you actually know all these people prior to the podcast?
No, of course he didn't.
Or did you just
I've been a High Point guy all year long. Do you think that I just started when
Josh,
I saw
what a dumb question. What a dumb question.
I just started cramming High Point information?
Yes, you did. You 1,000% did.
I would never do anything like that.
You had the whole back half of the selection show to start studying High Point because we were like the second region to be announced.
You 100% did that. There's no lie, and I don't blame you. It's hate watch. It's hate watch week. Watch week for Sawyer.
I don't blame the Marquette guy to hate, but
I deny all these allegations.
Yeah, of course he did, Josh. Of course he did.
High Point Panthers fan.
Let's move on. Arkansas, Hawaii. Hawaii hasn't made the tournament for a decade. I'm gonna go Arkansas.
For the reason that Sawyer's about to say as well. Darius Acup Jr. is literally like, I don't know. He's got other SEC coaches coming out saying, I don't understand how he's not the number 1 overall pick. He's that good. He's very, very freaking good. And he will not let them lose to Hawaii. Arkansas.
Yeah, to what Cole said, he's incredible. And also
I hope he ends up on the Bucks somehow, some way.
That would be sweet.
I pray for that.
My wife, for whatever reason, is a big Arkansas fan, so shout out my wife. Go Arkansas.
Hey, shout out Becca. Go Arkansas. Is she really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, this fandom started last year, but
okay.
She's ride or die.
Well, to be fair, I mean, at least
ride or die. Josh, why are we taking phone calls in the middle of the pod?
That is our United States representative Glenn Grothman calling me for some reason.
Oh, brother.
Guys got nothing better to do on a Sunday night at 7:00.
The guy clearly didn't watch the selection show, and he's clearly not tuning into this podcast right now. So.
No.
Unbelievable, Glenn.
We're not voting for him.
Glenn.
Unbelievable. All right. So this one, I do believe we were a little bit all over the place because there is a play-in team here, but BYU versus the winner of NC State and Texas. Cole, both of you
Go-
picked NC State, so let's
Yep.
go with Cole. We'll start with you. I'm
BYU.
sure you're not going against Mr. AJ DeBainsta here, so
The bots up, baby.
Yeah, I'm a big DeBonsta guy as well. I'm BYU here.
I as well am a big DeBainsta guy, so I am taking them over Texas.
If Richie Saunders doesn't get hurt, what seed are they, Sawyer?
3 or 4 probably.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. All right, go ahead, Josh. Just curious.
The Zags versus Kennesaw State. I'm gonna go Gonzaga just because I don't know anything about Kennesaw State. So
Yeah, I'm gonna go Zags here too. Can't say I've been tuned into a ton of Kennesaw State.
yeah,
I
Kennesaw.
don't even know how to say it. So I'm going Gonzaga.
I'm gonna go Kennesaw State, and it's because I literally just haven't picked an upset, so whatever.
All right.
Screw it, Kennesaw State.
love
like
it. Love it. All right, let's go. In St. Louis, the U versus Mizzou.
That's another really good game.
I agree. I've watched like 3 or 4 Missouri games, and all of them they've looked really good. I haven't watched many Miami games, so just simply based off of that, I'm going to go Mizzou.
I'm going Mizzou here too. I don't have a ton of thoughts on this game because kind of similar to Josh, I really haven't watched Miami, but
I'll go
go
Miami for S and giggles. I think I've watched a decent amount of both teams this year. It's pretty evenly matched. I don't got much more to say. Miami.
The last game in St. Louis, and I don't know if we're really going to argue this one a whole lot, but Purdue versus Queens.
I love how Purdue just decided to act like the number 1 team in the nation again in the Big Ten tournament. Don't know where the hell that's been all year, but I'll take Purdue.
Nigel James Jr. is from Queens, and he's my favorite college
Queens.
basketball team. So I am going to take Queens.
Got to take
Sawyer.
one of them. Got to take one of them.
Got to take one. You know,
All right,
Sawyer.
why not Queens? And
Yeah,
Purdue
got to
shouldn't
take
be,
one.
Purdue
It's
shouldn't
not
be
like-
a 2 seed either. So
It's not like Purdue's not known to shit the bed in the
This is
tournament.
true.
So
This is very true. This is very true. Sawyer, I'm going to just say I apologize. I had to do a scribble on your pick because I was writing Purdue across the board.
you shoot me in for Purdue.
And then you said
Unbelievable.
Queens, and I'm like, whoops, sorry.
unbelievable.
So
So
Nigel James Jr. had to work him into the pod somehow.
so yeah, that'll wrap up the West. Outside of High Point, any thoughts? Anything that stands out?
I'll
I only
say
said that
this.
just
I'll
because
say
I don't
this.
know.
Go
Since
ahead,
you
sorry.
put that caveat in there, I have nothing to say.
I figured.
I'll say this. If Wisconsin manages to the Sweet 16, Arizona fans are just going to be so pissed because we are the thorn in their side in the NCAA tournament. We haven't played a lot, but 2014 and 2015,
Yep.
we prevented them from going to Final Fours.
Yeah, they would
Shout
hate
out
to see
Matt
you.
Patchett. Shout out Cody's cousin Matt Patchett, you big
out,
U
Matt
of A guy. He went there. Got a feeling I'll receive a text message if we end up playing them along the lines of F you if you do this to us again. So I'll just say that Wisconsin Arizona game is going to give Arizona people nightmares. That's all. I'm not saying we're winning. It's just before the game even tips off, they're going to be like, screw this.
I'm just not.
Why do we
gonna
keep
jinx
running up to
ourselves.
these guys?
I want to beat High Point first.
I'm saying if we get there. I'm not saying we're going to. Saying if.
I do have a non-high point thought now that I'm sitting here looking at it. I like Arkansas in this coming out.
Yeah.
I like Arkansas coming out of this.
You know, I was kind of gonna throw the same thing, but at BYU.
BYU.
No, they
You think
haven't
it's a
been
monster
good.
player?
Take the best player. That's
Is it DeBonster or is it Acuff?
a good point.
Yeah, I gotta
actually.
argue that A Cup might be the best player. That if we get it, that Wisconsin-Arkansas game in the second round is going to be a hell of a lot of fun.
I agree. If we get it.
Yep.
If my high
I
point
said
package
if.
is struck down.
Sawyer, I said if. I didn't say it's happening.
All right, let's move on to the Midwest.
No way Cameron Fletcher's losing.
Can
That is.
I just jot everybody in for Michigan versus the winner of Howard and UMBC?
Yep.
Or
I don't
are
know,
we?
but-
Or
I don't
are
know, they're
we?
retrievers. They're
UMBC.
retrievers.
I was
No,
just
you can give me
there.
Michigan. You give me Michigan.
Yeah, I'm Michigan all the way here.
But hey, they have been here. But UMBC, if they win, they have been here before.
Ironically, they beat a team kind of a lot like Michigan this year. Like Michigan's got more offense, but it was a defensive-led Virginia that they beat. And Michigan relies a lot on their defense. So obviously different circumstances completely, but yeah, Michigan.
The other game. This is, by the way, in Buffalo for Sawyer, especially since you wanted the locations. But
Thank you.
Georgia, St. Louis. Sawyer, I'll start with you here.
I am gonna take the Billikens here. I like St. Louis. I think I actually like Georgia too, though. I may be having second guesses here. I'm gonna go St. Louis for now and let you guys talk, and I might switch.
I'm just gonna
Robbie
go Hart.
Avila's. Oh, go. Sorry, Josh. Sorry.
All right, sorry. Well, I was just gonna say I was just gonna go Hart, and I'm gonna go with the better conference, so I'm going Georgia. The SEC was-
Robbie. Sorry, I keep cutting you off. My bad, dude.
I just said the SEC was good this year, so
Robbie Avila's awesome. Goggles boy, big fat white dude. Everybody, America loves their big fat white dudes, so they're going to be cheering for St. Louis. I'm going Georgia. Go Dogs.
So you want to stick? You want to stick and be the contrarian here?
Yep, I'm sticking with St. Louis.
I figured. Okay. All right. Let's move on to Tampa, Texas Tech, Akron. Cole, go ahead. 5-12.
I really wish Texas Tech wouldn't have lost JT Toppin because Texas Tech is probably a national title contender. JT Toppin's also probably going to be a first-round pick this year in the NBA draft. Dude's a stud. Christian Anderson, their second best player, got hurt in the Big 12 tournament. I think he's going to play. Sounds like he's going to play. But, yeah, I got Texas Tech.
Sir?
I'm gonna go Akron here. I like the Zips. I think Texas Tech's just a little too banged up, and they just don't. They don't have the juice they had at the start of the year. It does suck. 'Cause I think they were a pretty good team, but
Yeah, JT Toppin, dude.
I too wrote down the Zips.
go
Akron
Zips.
to me is always one of those teams that I pick in the tournament, and I don't know why. Like win or lose, I always pick them.
I feel like they
You
win.
big, Josh, you big Barstool Take guy or what?
I mean, I guess you could say so.
Hey,
Hey, like I said, every time I see Akron in the tournament, I take them. Every single time. Doesn't matter what seed, doesn't matter what matchup, I always take them. They always fail me, but I always take them. Alabama Hoofstra in Tampa.
Alabama's basically Wisconsin.
Agreed.
That's kind of really, again, phrase never thought I'd say. But they live and die by that 3. But they got enough. I like Alabama.
You're saying like this year only, right?
I mean, last couple of years, we just humming. Like
Alabama's
Alabama
been
and Wisconsin just
Final
humming. They just chuck threes, dude.
Yeah, but Alabama goes to Final Fours. You don't get out of the first weekend.
When did Alabama make the Final Four?
2
Like
years ago,
2
and they
years
were in
ago.
the Elite Eight last
Did
year.
they?
Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
That
They-
freaking-
They're
exponentially
better.
more
They're better.
tournament success than Wisconsin.
They're better.
At least recently, at least. But
They're better. But
I'm Alabama.
Alabama.
Big Nate Oates people on this pod.
yeah, shout out Nate Oates. That's another thing we should reference. Watertown, Wisconsin. Nate Oates.
Yep.
And
Wisconsin.
and they have Amari Allen, who went to
Oh, interesting.
He's a stud.
Sawyer, you just know all the Wisconsin people.
Absolutely.
Coaches high school basketball. I'd hope he would.
Track my guys.
6-11, Tennessee versus the winner of Miami of Ohio and SMU. Cole, go ahead.
Miami of Ohio.
Interesting. You got to
Well,
make a little run here.
So no. Oh, why can't I think of his name? It's Armette or something like that. Tennessee's best player. He's going to be fighting an
Armette?
injury through this. Yes, I meant. I got hurt in the Alabama game, and I don't know. Tennessee's just whatever. Not.
They've
I
been-
gotta have someone making a run, and I'm pitching my leg into the darlings, Miami, Ohio.
Tennessee's been a little bit of on a slide, but I still think they're just going to be, as we alluded to, Miami, Ohio did not play very many good teams. So
I'm just picking someone to make a run. That's basically
that's
what
fair.
this is.
I got Tennessee here. I don't
You
have
had
them
Smoo,
winning any
right?
further, but I do have them winning this game.
Virginia, Wright State in Philly.
Right State's
This is not your daddy's Virginia team either. Ryan
Agreed.
Odom, the coach of UMBC who beat Virginia, is now the coach at Virginia, and it's not your Tony Bennett Virginia team. Kind of like what I was alluding to with Wisconsin. It's not your Bo Ryan Wisconsin team anymore. I got Virginia.
Yeah, you're right. They don't win any tournament games. It's not your Bo Ryan Wisconsin team. I got Virginia here too.
I'm going to go Wright State just to mix it up.
You're right. That Wright State is hot right now. They're playing good ball. As a
Right.
Horizon League follower, I do like me some Wright State.
Yeah, you are a big Horizon League guy.
Speaking of Horizon, real quick, who's Doug Gottlieb coaching for next year?
Green Bay,
You think so?
100%.
His name's been thrown around for the K-State job. Go ahead.
Like the Kansas State
Yeah.
or like Kentucky State, or like a D2 team?
No, Kansas State.
No way. He had a better year than he had last year. He didn't have a good
Well, he
year.
quit his radio show, so that's a big deal.
Okay. I mean, if
Also,
somebody wants,
sorry, but F that guy. I hate Doug Gottlieb. Anyway, move on.
I don't mind Doug Gottlieb, but I don't think he's an awesome basketball coach.
Kentucky, Santa Clara, and St. Louis.
This one's gonna be fun. This is gonna be a lot of fun.
So, Cole, who do you think?
Santa Clara.
I'm gonna go Santa Clara too.
Oh, shit.
I like how they play. I like I said earlier with St. Mary's. I thought the WCC was a lot better than it's been in a while.
It's true.
Also, RIP the WCC.
Yep, yeah, it's done.
I guess I will be the contrarian here then, and I'll pick the Wildcats.
Does Pope get fired if they lose this game?
Yes, I do think so.
No.
One more year, you think, no matter what?
No, yeah, he's a Kentucky guy through and through. They're gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. He genuinely cares. He whiffed this year on the portal and stuff like that. I think he gets one more year. I think he gets at least one more year. They like him there. They like him a lot more than they like Cal, which is whatever. It's because he's nicer to the media, but I think Pope gets at least one more year.
Maybe the media likes him. I don't think the fans like him a ton. Right? At least early in the year, the fans were on his ass.
That's kind of what I was saying too. I mean, like it's reminiscent of like how a lot of Wisconsin fans were with Guard like 2 years ago, aka one person on this pod even.
Yeah, me.
Yeah,
It's weird that that's went away when he hasn't done anything.
I'll be honest. I've never been on that train,
He
so
just started scoring points, and everybody's like, "All right, I guess it's fine now." Even though
I've
the
always-
results have been the exact
I've
same.
always stood on Guard side, so that's not my argument.
He's done a very good job of adapting,
I like Greg
and
Gard.
he's done extremely well in the portal.
Noted Huff's customer, Greg Gard.
That is true.
Good man.
Noted Huff's customer.
Good man. Okay basketball coach. I feel comfortable saying he's a better person than coach.
Last but not least, Iowa State, Tennessee State.
shout out former Duke point guard legend Nolan Smith
Yep.
taking Tennessee State to the tournament, but Iowa State.
Yep. I got Iowa State here too. TJ
As do
Otzelberger.
As do I. And I do think this Iowa State team can push Michigan.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, what Iowa State team are you getting there? They're a little
Yeah,
injury,
they're pretty inconsistent.
but
If you're gonna
obviously
ask me the overview here, I think it's Michigan's to lose.
they got some injuries too, don't they?
LJ Kaysen, yeah,
Yeah.
but he's
They didn't
out
look-
the year.
They didn't look
They'll
great
be fine.
either.
Their defense is good.
Shout out Milan Milkovic too. Gotta
Yep.
mention the Wisconsin guy.
That wraps up the Midwest. Any thoughts?
Other than what I just said, no.
Like I said, I do think Iowa State can make a little bit of a run. Obviously, like you guys said, though, depending on what Iowa State team you get.
I
But
like the winner. I think Michigan and Alabama in the Sweet 16. I like the
That'll
winner.
be fun.
The winner of that game wins the region, I think.
That'll be fun because Michigan struggled with Wisconsin all year, and Alabama's as good, if not better.
It's the thing
And
about
they do the
playing,
exact same thing.
right. If
So
you play a team like that and they get hot, like even if you're the better team, sometimes there's just not much you can do.
yep.
right. So that'll wrap up the entire first round. Let's just jump to this because I know we weren't gonna
Move
we're not
on.
gonna go
Yeah.
we're not gonna go round by round, but let's do an early prediction natty title game.
One Final Four or just title?
Let's do Final Four.
Final Four, okay. I will go
Early prediction. I'm not holding you to this.
Duke, Houston, Alabama, and Arizona. And then I like Arizona over Alabama. I like Houston over Duke, and I like Houston over Arizona to win it. Houston over Duke could be a good rematch.
I'm gonna be a loser. I think it's completely chalky. And actually, outside of
All
one,
the ones? All the
no,
ones?
I got Duke, Houston. I got Arizona, Michigan. I like Michigan over Arizona. I like Duke over Houston, and I like Michigan over Duke. I think the Big Ten gets it this year.
I am kind of in the middle of the both of you. I like Cole's chalky take, kind of. Duke, Houston, Arizona, Michigan. Michigan over Arizona, Houston over Duke, but then Houston gets it. So, Sawyer, I'm going to ride with your Houston gets it thing.
Oh, two Houstons.
Hey, man,
Yeah,
Calvin Sampson's so easy to cheer for.
I
dude.
love Kelvin. I love Kelvin Sampson.
I want him to get one in the worst way. I really do.
I just think Duke is too damn good.
But yeah, that'll wrap things up for the first round. I'm sure we're gonna be doing this round by round. So I mean, we'll obviously be more in touch with Tavern Take as we keep moving forward through the tournament here.
I might go live for the Bachelor game depending on time. I'm working or if I'm not. That game's on Thursday. Hold on, real quick. I know the tournament times might be out now. I'm looking right now.
to fill the time here.
No,
We apologize.
they're not out yet. Sorry, I was just looking. They're not out yet.
To fill the time then too. We apologize for not being around for like the last month, but life got busy, you know? So
Life got busy. I am working a completely different job and shit's changed. So, but anyway, we'll be back now.
Sawyer, I will say this too as well. congrats on a good high school season. It really does suck that we couldn't get you to state, buddy. But
I don't accept the congratulations, but thanks.
I understand. I understand fully.
Before I get out of here, just remember Seattle Super Bowl champs this year, this last year. So when y'all want to talk S going into the next year, I won't hear anything of it. Just want to
mean,
let you know.
We still will.
Until
but
the Super Bowl next year, I don't care what any of you say to me. I'm the reigning Super Bowl champ.
Go High Point.
Go Badgers. Follow us on Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, and X at Tavern Takes. Like and subscribe. We really do appreciate it. Marquette's not in the tournament. And good night.